Sheikah Shrines are arguably one of the best aspects of Breath of the Wild. Through the use of these mini-dungeons, the Zelda team was able to sprinkle the vast open-air world of Hyrule with 136 shrines, 16 of which are included in DLC Pack 2, and 42 of which are accompanied by what are known as shrine quests. By collecting one of these, you're usually strung along a special side quest, which then ends with, you guessed it, a Sheikah Shrine being unlocked. This breaks up the monotony of the average quest, while also giving the player a reason to search for certain shrines in order to learn more about the world of Hyrule. Genius, if you ask me. That's why today I'll be counting down the top 10 shrine quests in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If you happen to be new and love Zelda content, subscribe and turn on notifications. 2020 is going to be a wild one. Watch Out for the Flowers is one of those extremely simple yet entertaining quests. Located on a small island in the middle of Hylia River, east of Whistling Hill, this shrine quest can be obtained by speaking to the elegant Magda. Hyrule's local anthophile decided to go ham on this here Sheikah Shrine, planting a rather large flower maze around it. It's honestly a beautiful sight if you haven't stopped by yet. The short trip around the maze is peaceful besides the chews. The idea is to make it to the shrine in the middle of the maze without stepping on any of the flowers whatsoever. But obviously the best part is pushing Magda to her absolute limits. This can be done by desecrating her flowers with your boots. Step on the flowers once and Magda will stop you in your tracks, sternly stating that you mustn't hurt the flowers, resetting you at the beginning of the maze. Do it a second time and she'll start to crack, this time screaming in frustration to please treat the flowers with care. The third time stepping on the flowers, Magda will lose all self-control, turning into the scourge of Hylia River, Roseblight Ganon. Getting a knee-jerk reaction like this out of NPCs is always fun, and it's the reason I'm personally fond of this shrine quest. After you're done messing with Magda, you'll be rewarded at the end of the maze with the Hilla Row Shrine. Number 9 is awarded to a fragmented monument. A shrine quest that some swear up and down is a reference to the Mirror of Twilight from the ever so popular Twilight Princess. You can find this one on the shores of Palmore Beach. Speak to Garini, who can be found closely examining the monument. He'll explain that due to a recent earthquake, the monument has been severed into pieces. Fortunately for us, the 3 pieces needed to complete the shrine quest can all be found right here on the beach. For your convenience, I've placed markers on the map above. Make your way to each of the locations shown above and take a snapshot of all 3 pieces of the stone monument. After taking the necessary photos, make your way back to the NPC so he can decipher the rest. Once all is said and done, he'll reveal what the monument says, which is, when the 2 find their place and kneel in reverence, the shrine will reveal itself. A neat little riddle that's actually the key to unlocking the shrine. From here, stand and kneel on either of the Sheikah pedestals. Garini will take the hint and follow suit, kneeling on the adjacent pedestal, revealing the Ka-Ya Shrine. At its core, a fragmented monument is just another fetch quest, but it's one that keeps it short, to the point, and entertaining all at the same time. To put it simply, it's not a long, drawn-out, boring side quest like some of the other ones are. It keeps everything in a small contained area while also adding a sense of mystery to the quest. Who made the stone monument? The Twili, Sheikah, or the Zonai? Why exactly is there a Sheikah shrine hidden behind it? The mysterious vibes this shrine quest leaves behind is why I love a fragmented monument so much, and it's for that reason that it made it onto this top 10. I couldn't make a shrine quest countdown without including the 3 giant brothers. Found south of Hateno Tower, the quest can be obtained by reading this stone tablet at the top of Mount Tarin. To reveal the shrine, you must first obtain the 3 ancient orbs that hang around the necks of the 3 Hinox brothers in the area. Either defeat all 3 Hinox taking their ancient orbs, or take the stealthy route and steal them. I suggest fighting them because you'll end up needing the kills for the Hinox Medal of Honor awarded to you by Kilton later on. One by one, drop each of the giants to their knees, and then return the 3 giant orbs back to their respective pedestals to open the Tawa Jin Shrine. Again, simple, effective, and fun. Similar to the last quest, the 3 brothers are rather close in proximity, taking away the usual frustration with these types of quests. After you've defeated one of the 3 enemies, it's fairly simple to get the ancient orbs to their pedestals. You also get a handsome reward from all of the weapons and materials dropped by taking down 3 Hinox in a row. Another short yet rewarding shrine quest for the list. Number 7 has a little more to it than the last 3 quests, but the story is worth it. The shrine quest, the Stolen Heirloom, can be found in Kakariko Village. However, you must first complete 3 other regular side quests in the village in order to trigger the events of the Stolen Heirloom. Go around the village and take care of the quests, flow in the coop, find the fairy fountain, and buy the Firefly's light. They're all pretty simple, but if you run into any issues, I've left links for each of the guides down in the description below. Once you've cleared the 3 quests, go back to Impa's house to find that Paya's precious heirloom has been stolen in the dead of night. This is where all of that hard work comes together. To investigate the disappearance of the heirloom, return to Impa's house around 10 PM. This is when the Sheikah guard known as Dorian will leave his post. Without Dorian noticing you, stealthily follow him up the hill past the first Sheikah shrine, then to the right of the Great Fairy Fountain, and finally beyond the bridge. At the end, Dorian will be confronted by a member of the Yiga clan. It's revealed that he was in fact the one that stole the heirloom from Impa's hut in efforts to get back at Dorian for abandoning the clan. At one time, Dorian himself was a member of the infamous Yiga clan, but renounced his cruel ways to settle down with his wife in Kakariko Village. I'm guessing Koga didn't like that very much, so he first sent foot soldiers in to kill Dorian's wife, leaving him widowed with 2 children. From that point on, to protect his kids, Dorian became a spy for the clan. Just before this, Dorian felt confident enough to protect his children, ceasing all contact with any Yiga members, only for them to steal the heirloom, leading up to this confrontation. From here, you can step in and hand it to this Yiga scum. Good thing he did all the heavy lifting, otherwise you would have had to lug this giant orb all the way up the hill, so there's that, I guess. Return the ancient orb to its pedestal to finish up the stolen heirloom and claim the Lochna Roki shrine as your prize. The backstory to this shrine quest speaks volumes about the Yiga clan. Who knows what we might see from them in the future. Number 6 is the shrine quest, the 7 Heroines. By far one of the most mysterious quests out of them all. The heroines have been a topic of debate amongst the Zelda community since they were first discovered in the Gerudo Desert. Who are they? The sages? Gerudo warriors? Truth is, we may never know. But I can tell you where and how to get the shrine quest. That right there isn't a mystery at all. First things first, you'll need the Gerudo Vi set. If you don't have that, might I suggest clicking the card up top? Should help you find it. Once you have the outfit, make your way to Rotana's house, which is next door to the Noble Canteen. Speak to Rotana and she'll tell you of the 7 giant statues of the heroines. Rotana will then go on to explain that the last time she was at the Temple of the 7, she wrote down some scripture that she has since deciphered. When the symbols of the 7 find their place, the blessed path will be revealed. You'll then be left with the shrine quest. Grab a sand seal and head off towards the Temple of the 7 Heroines. Once you reach them, you'll find that in order to unearth the shrine, you'll need to find and match up each of the 7 ancient orbs scattered around the ruins of the temple. This is what the scripture was referring to. Using magnesis, grab each of the 7 orbs and one by one toss them into their pedestals, which will then reveal the shrine. The Gerudo Desert has always been interesting to me. In nearly every game, the desert has ties to some type of ancient past. Skyward Sword's desert featured the ancient robots. Ocarina of Time had the desert goddess. Twilight Princess, the Arbiter's grounds. And now, in Breath of the Wild, we have this shrine quest, which highlights the 7 heroines. This quest is stupidly simple, but the lore is so rich it will make your teeth hurt. I recommend following this quest up with the Forgotten Sword and the 8th heroine if you want something extra. In the middle of our list is Trial of Thunder. I thoroughly enjoyed this quest. It's simple while still allowing you to personally scale the difficulty level yourself. Take 4 ancient orbs and return them to their pedestal. It's been done countless times throughout the game, but I just can't get enough. Some need you to use magnesis or stasis in order to move them, and others you can simply pick up. As for this quest, what makes it interesting is that you are stripped down to only using wooden weapons due to the thundercloud looming over the Tundra Plateau. This instills a sense of urgency to the otherwise simple shrine quest. If you don't happen to have any wooden weapons, things can get difficult. The first 2 orbs are not far from the pedestals that house them, but the last 2, those you'll need either wooden weapons, a ton of patience, or a bomb to launch the orbs using stasis. I used a wooden weapon, but if you really want to make this quest challenging, try equipping a metal weapon from the very beginning. Dodging lightning is always fun, right? Anyway, returning the orbs cracks open another locked shrine and stops the torrential downpour plaguing the plateau. Aside from the quest, the magic used to keep the storm brewing above the Thunder Plateau is what intrigues me the most. Who made the ruined structures around the area? Was this a collaboration of sorts? Questions for a future video, I guess. But these are just a few things that I started to ask myself while playing through shrine quests like Trial of Thunder. 4 is a trifecta. I couldn't only include one of the labyrinths in this video, so I decided to mash them all into one single segment. Trial of the Labyrinth, Trial of the Desert Labyrinth, and Trial on the Cliff are certainly some of the best shrine quests in the game. After you've explored every square inch of the Hebra, Akala, and Gerudo regions, there lies 3 ancient Lomai labyrinths that each house a Sheikah shrine. Hidden within the shrines are pieces of one of Breath of the Wild's best armor sets, the Barbarian armor. Each maze feels as if it were its own separate side dungeon. In my eyes, the Labyrinth's Forgotten Temple and Jairo Castle were the closest we got to the feel of a traditional dungeon, and I love them all so much for that. I won't handhold you on these 3 shrine quests like the others, so please, just go out and experience all 3 labyrinths for yourself. It's only fitting that I include another trifecta for number 3. The quests that are wrapped up in the 3 springs are the shrine quests I'm referring to. All of them are roughly the same. Track down one of the 3 dragons, collect its scale, and then offer it up as a gift to the goddess Hylia, which will then grant you access to the shrine hidden behind each spring. Who doesn't enjoy a quest that includes dragons? The best out of the bunch is the Spring of Wisdom. To start out, you have to scale Mount Lanayru, only to find that Calamity Ganon has infected Naydra with malice, causing the Great Spirit of Hyrule to fall ill. Hylia herself will ask for your help to rid the spirit of Calamity Ganon's influence. Naydra will then fly around the vicinity of Mount Lanayru, while you get rid of the malice latched onto the dragon's back. With your help, the spirit is returned to its natural state, and you're rewarded with Naydra's scale, which can then be used to offer up to the goddess, opening up the shrine. The intimate moment with both Hylia and Naydra is what sets it apart from the other 2. But all 3 play a very important role in showcasing the locations Zelda visited during her journey 100 years prior to Breath of the Wild. It's good to get a visual representation in order to paint a full picture, and these shrine quests do just that, while also adding a touch of dragon to the quests. Gotta love the references to Skyward Sword too, can't forget that. For all those Zelda fans looking for a challenge, might I suggest trying your hand at the last 2 picks on this list? In at number 2 is the Shrouded Shrine, my favorite shrine quest out of the lot of them. The Shrouded Shrine can be obtained by mustering up all of your courage and entering the dark abyss due north of Korok Forest. You won't die, I promise. This area is known as the Typhlo Ruins, and long ago it was shrouded in a never-ending darkness to one day test the hero's prowess. I recommend bringing some type of fire weapon with you, as this place is dark. So dark, even the legendary Master Torch won't be able to light your way. You could always cheat and use Magnesis or Daruk's protection, but what's the fun in that? As to not ruin the rest of the shrine quest, go experience what creatures you can bump into within the ruins. After some wandering around, I'm sure you'll find your way to number 1. The all-time best shrine quest has to be Stranded on Eventide. This shrine quest offers the challenge, the lore, and the ancient orbs to boot. It's a masterpiece. If you're anything like me, you ran around every square inch of Hyrule before venturing off its shores to explore elsewhere. So this was quite literally one of the last shrine quests I completed on my standard playthrough. Off the southeastern shores of Hyrule lies a small island known as Eventide. For those that don't know, once you step foot on the island, as part of the shrine quest, you are completely stripped of all of your equipment. The monk of the island will then instruct you to yet again return ancient orbs to their pedestals, this time completely naked and without any of your previously acquired equipment. You start out on Tarambo Beach and then make your way around the island collecting all 3 ancient orbs until you reach the very top of the island where the Sheikah Shrine is located. Sounds kinda familiar, doesn't it? A lot like the beginning of Link's Awakening. As a matter of fact, Zeltik just made a video highlighting this connection. I've left a card up top if you'd like to take a gander. Stranded on Eventide has it all. The challenge, lore, and ancient orbs I've been on about this entire video. However, we all hold quests to a different standard, so let me know what your favorites are down in the comments below. And that ends the first video of 2020. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Special thanks goes to my channel members. If you're interested in supporting what I do here, hit that like button, share the video around the interwebs, and most importantly, subscribe for more Zelda content just like this. Have a wonderful rest of your week, hoodlums. Peace out.